So, the news shows last night. Seems like everybody's buckling a little bit. Here's the thing, From my perspective, I've been living this shit for years. It's nothing new to me. I mean, that meltdown Levine went through on his show this week. Or it wasn't his show. He did it on an interview. I can't remember whether it was Hannity or Laura Ingraham. He's just going through the constitutional abuses. You know? I was in that place like 5 years ago, maybe. But I was alone, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. The people that I was talking to, I couldn't just... I just had to choke through it and try to move on with my life. And then there was the child abuse. And I ended up in a situation where here I was, this successful, good father, and even though my wife blatantly abused our children, they spent every single fucking minute of everything looking into every goddamn aspect of everything about me. That's why I know I have a thorough analysis there, because it was picked through with a fine-tooth comb, everything, man. And just fucking non-stop, every goddamn angle of my life hit from every direction. And then I find out the law was fucking broken, and that there were lies, and that it was all salacious. It was all just a fucking kill me, man. And then after I sold my company, the money was gone. Family moved. I had no place to go. And I got in my car and drove. And that began this adventure. That's brought me to this place. I tried to warn you what was coming. I tried warning. Before all this coronavirus stuff happened, 4th of July before that. I know that's when the president had access to my stuff, because he was talking about the stuff that I wrote about on television. Some of the issues, using some of the specific language. And here we are now. I don't know what those two things have to do with each other, but the cities are on fire. 500,000 people are dead, and you're just getting started with the counting. Because there's a lot more people coming to die. And that's just a reality behind those numbers with the unemployment. Every time people lose jobs, you can't replace those jobs. A certain amount of those people are going to die. I think it's 10,000 for every million. That's just a reality. There's more death coming, and it's coming fast, and it's going to hit you from all directions, and then they're going to start a war in this country, and they're going to start it against patriots. Anybody who believes in that Constitution, because they got a new thing going now, and it doesn't include us. It only includes them and their prisoners, and those prisoners are you. You're where they put their blame. You're where they put their hate. They need you to function. They need something to hate in order to function. That's how weak they are. So I want you to know that where you're at right now, I've been in that place for years. Years. And not only did it almost kill me, but I fought my way back. My PTSD was so bad I couldn't even hardly make a meal for myself. Or make coffee. My mind was shattered, consumed with pain, torture. What the people around you are about ready to go through is cruel and inhuman. It's cruel and inhuman. And it's not okay. And this is an evil empire right here. And that's just a reality. And the people want to talk about how they have a right to hate you over that. Well, you go right ahead, man. If you have a different understanding over your government, I'll be happy to sit in your prison as a political fucking prisoner. Because I don't fucking agree with that shit. And if I can get the fuck away from your country, I will. I've done my best to help all of you fight. And I'm going to do my best to speak as long as I can speak. But you got to know, man, this is a longer road. This is a long road. I mean, with what I see with them burning all their bridges, I don't think there's going to be another election. And I don't know what to say about that. Besides, God help us all. This could be a totalitarian seizure and they don't even see it. And they're so wrapped up in their popular shit, it doesn't fucking matter. They hate Trump. They hate his people. This is irrational hatred of women put onto your face. A bunch of goddamn psychopathic fucking assholes using you just so they can function. And that's pathetic. It is. On a human level, that's pathetic. That's not going to win because it's so fucking pathetic. We have the United Nations. We have NATO. We have a hell of a lot of evidence to point out this is all Nazism. This is nothing more than racial supremacy in this country. That is the same exact shit as Nazism. It's the same fucking thing. Now, are we going to allow ourselves to be killed by Nazism? You're going to have to learn how to control your own minds. You're going to have to learn how to control your own level of frustrations. You're going to have to learn how to function in a place above all of that. Because if you cannot do that, you will become a casualty and you will be sent to the back. I see some strong players, people like Josh Hawley. There are strong players out there. I just don't know what's coming next. And like I said, this is some evil empire shit. They're denying the truth. They're denying science. They're writing everything with their perspective. It's their perspective means everything and your perspective means nothing. Just on a basic psychological level, you could get a fucking million goddamn psychologists to sign a goddamn letter that says that's crazy as fuck and that it's malignant. And that it's something that's hurting you, not helping you. This is psychologically fucked. All of this is. And I'm not going to sacrifice my goals for the people around me. I'm not going to remain insecure for the people around me to be secure. Fuck that, man. That's not their goddamn concern, and I'm not a piece of property to be treated in such a fucking way. I'm a fucking human being. And so are all of you. Human rights, man. And these motherfuckers around us don't give a shit about that. They want to kill you, take your property, blame you, and call you bad names. These motherfucking women have become so skilled with their own backdoor goddamn vigilante justice system that they already got everything under control. What do you think they were talking about using their other intelligence sources? They're talking about this fucking shit right here. It's psychopathic as fuck. And it does nothing but blame and attack. And then it blames you for being attacked. It blames you for your reaction to an attack. An attack is an attack. It has to be met with a defense or a counterstrike. Not trembling fear. I can make it through the next however many years. Omen my way through fucking prison if that's what I have to. Because I'm strong like that. I see the people around me and I wonder, are we really lost? I don't know, man. We're going to have to figure out what's happening here. And we're going to have to figure out a strategy for all this. And I sure the hell hope there's people working on it. Because what you're looking at is one abusive perspective drowning out another, and that's abusive. And every psychologist on the face of this fucking planet will tell you, no perspective means anything more than any other perspective. There's 8 billion perspectives on this planet. There's 8 billion realities. There's not one fucking reality. That one fucking reality they want to preach is called a fucking delusion. And it's a delusion that places them in power. Do not allow them the narrative, or they will crush you with it. You must control the narrative, and if you can't control the narrative externally, you must control it internally, or they will rewrite your shit, and you will become compliant and lose your sense of self and become a casualty. That's not okay. That's not very dialectical.